Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us for today's Lunch and Learn. I'm Lauren Smith with the International Franchise Association, and we have a great 30 minutes lined up for you. Before we begin, I would like to remind everyone that we're recording today's webinar and will make it available later this evening on community.franchise.org. If you have any questions for today's speaker, please add them to the chat box and they will be addressed toward the end. Today's topic is Labor Efficiency Unleashed: Solutions to Change the Way Your Team Works, and it is brought to us by Ecolab. Here to provide today's discussion is Anna Sarvello, AVP of Industry Relations at Ecolab. Thank you all for joining us today, and thank you to Ecolab for sponsoring today's Lunch and Learn. I'll go ahead and turn things over to you.
Great, thanks, Lauren. Good morning or good afternoon to all of you. So as Lauren mentioned, my name's Anna Sarvello, and I'm on our industry relations team for Ecolab. I'm based out of Seattle, so I know this is a Lunch and Learn, and hopefully many of you are eating lunch. It's around brunch time for me, so we'll maybe have lunch after this. But thanks for joining, and today's webinar is really focused on an always hot topic, labor efficiency, potentially even maybe over talked about. But I hope that you walk away from today with a little bit more understanding of what Ecolab does and what our purpose is in helping to be your partner in tackling labor efficiency issues and challenges. And then also how our solutions can help free up more time so your staff can do more. Ultimately, that's what our solutions and our programs are designed to do. So as Lauren mentioned, I do have the chat pulled up here, so feel free to type in a chat question and I'll answer throughout, or we'll have some time at the end. So just to walk you through what I'm going to go through today, I'll be touching on who Ecolab is. Some of you may be familiar, some of you might not be familiar with Ecolab, so we'll touch on it briefly. And then also we'll talk about some key challenges when it comes to labor efficiency. I know many of you are very well versed in the challenges that you're having at your locations, but we'll talk about those and then how Ecolab ultimately helps you get after those really tough challenges. So first, a little bit more about Ecolab. We are in millions of customer locations around the world. We're a global leader in sustainability, and we offer hygiene, water, infection prevention solutions and services that really help people and also protect vital resources. I know that might seem a little bit vague. So just to break it down a little bit more, we're in more than 40 industries. So that can be industries ranging from paper manufacturing to food and beverage manufacturing, personal care, pharmaceuticals, and then also hotels, and most relevant probably to this call is restaurants. And other industries, like I said, 40. So if you had breakfast today and you had something to drink and you had something to eat, we likely played a part in processing whatever you had to eat and drink. If you got ready today, if you showered or put on makeup, we had a part to play in processing some of those personal care items. And so it really ranges from what we do, and we have a lot of different touch points throughout the world. And in each of these industries, then, we really help to deliver science-based solutions. We have training, we have experts in each of these countries and each of these industries. And ultimately, what we help our customers do is be better stewards of the environment, help their operations be better, all without compromising their business outcomes. So just to the vision here, what we'll do today is we'll take it high level. So I just talked about what Ecolab does across the entire world, and we'll keep breaking it down to be a little bit more relevant to, I think, what all of you face on this call. So going a little bit more granular, we have a ton of different industries, but we do have teams that help you understand your specific needs, no matter what type of business you're in. We want to know where your biggest pain points are, and then we actually pair you with the right solutions and the right training and the right expertise to help your business. So let's talk about and zoom in a little bit more on the food service industry. And even if you're not in food service, I think many of these challenges are still relevant to you. So the food service industry has really been on a roller coaster over the past 4 or 5 years with rapidly evolving challenges and expectations. And you can read through some of these facts here, some of these key challenges and what we've found are most important. But they really fall into two themes. So your business lives and dies on its reputation, and that reputation is really made through consistent guest experiences. Again, that's relevant no matter if you're in the food service industry or have another business that you operate. The biggest challenge in delivering that consistent guest experience then is keeping your business profitable. So controlling the ongoing labor crunch, driving up the inflation costs that are continuously going up. So there's a lot at play here, and often it feels like you might have to choose. Which one of these are you going to prioritize? Which one are you going to focus on? And I think often we have to think that some of these come at expense of the other, so that you have to, in order to attract your labor, you have to actually put guest expectations on hold. So I'm going to zoom in even closer on these guest expectations and then the optimizing operational efficiency and kind of that piece on your business. So these are just some really key challenges with some really compelling facts here that I think speak to what you all are facing in the industry. So first and foremost, guest experience, and more specifically cleanliness. So I'll read one of these facts here. 61% of guests say they wouldn't return to a business that was unclean. So cleanliness is one of the most important parts of a guest experience. And people can sometimes look past bad service, but they can't ignore problems with cleanliness. I'm sure you've been in a situation, hopefully not though, where you've been at a restaurant or another establishment where it wasn't clean. And that can really significantly impact your willingness to return or recommend it to someone else, and just overall your perception of the entire place. So that often holds a higher ranking in determining whether a guest will return when compared to bad service. We have this issue of cleanliness, but at the same time, we also have a challenging labor market. And cleaning and then also having proper food safety in place can take a ton of time. That time requires labor. We know that there's a really challenging labor market to retain talent, to actually capture that talent and get them on board, and then even keep them too, so retain them. And the labor market is just tougher than ever. And you can see some of the facts that I'm sure many of you have experienced. So every business really is looking for strategies to keep those workers, attract workers, and then ultimately help drive efficiency with the workers that they have. And then last, so labor isn't the only rising cost and issue, right? Inflation is driving up input costs from food to energy to water, and then balancing that bottom line is a key challenge to profitability, especially when margins are really thin to begin with. So where do we go from here? Where does Ecolab come in? And I see here Lauren put a note in the chat, so please jump in if you have questions along the way. So this is where we come in, where Ecolab comes in. We make doing more with less look easy, and that means we focus on three main areas: clean spaces, protected reputations, optimized operations. Again, most of this has a food service lens, but I want you to understand too that Ecolab's reach is broader than food service. So a lot of this still applies even if you're not in that food service space. So a few examples of how we do this: clean spaces, protected reputations, optimized operations. We offer powerful chemistry to get dishes cleaned right the first time. So if they're not clean the first time with that first wash, that means more chemistry, more expense, more time for your labor. And again, if they're also not caught and they're dirty, that can really significantly impact your guest experience. And then we also help make food safety easier. So we have more time for your staff to focus on other things. We can do that through different audits and different programs that we have in place. I'll talk about that a little bit more. But we help make food safety easier. It can be very, very complex, especially if you have multiple locations. That food code and that food safety can vary by county, it can vary by state, it can look very differently in many locations. And then we offer really fast acting solutions with really quick kill times for bugs or viruses, just to help make sure safety for your staff and your guests is there and it's done quickly. These are just some examples, really high level of what we offer. And I told you we were going to keep zooming in. So this is our last zoom in. This is a whole holistic view of everything that we offer. And all of these solutions are designed to help get after your labor and making it more efficient. So I used to sit actually on our marketing team and work very closely with our R&D team when we launch many of these products. And we always focus on that labor efficiency piece and how we can quantify the outcome and how it actually helps our customers do more with less. So this is just a high level view of what we offer. This is within a kitchen space. We offer a lot of this also in the hotel space and then within our other industries. So we have solutions for warewashing. I talked about getting wares clean the first time without rewashing. We also have food safety solutions to help make it easier when it comes to hand hygiene, to consulting and audits. We have water solutions, so filtration and softening to help make things like your soft drinks taste the best that they can so that you can again impact and have a positive guest experience. And we have surface cleaners. Those can be for back of house, for front of house. They can be disinfectants. They can be food safe solutions. And those are again designed to eliminate steps to help your staff be more efficient. And oftentimes, it's about your staff doing what they are normally used to doing, but actually making sure that it's in compliance. So we cut out steps that they might otherwise not be doing, but we actually do it in a way that still offers compliance and enables food safety. And then we also have food and public safety solutions. We have floor cleaners, so incredible ways to help your staff be more efficient in the ways they clean floors. Floors can be very intensive and also challenging to figure out what to clean with, how to clean. We have solutions and experts to help you do that really easily. Public health solutions, so hand hygiene, disinfectants, we talked about that. We also have a whole pest elimination division too. So whether you're in a food service space, a hotel, or something else, we can offer ways to not only eliminate pests, but actually figure out where they're coming from and get after them in a really cost-effective way so they don't come back. And then restroom sanitation too. So a whole variety of different things targeted toward labor efficiency. And then on the right-hand side, we also offer on top of this on-site expertise and service, and then also different programs to help you achieve compliance and drive that guest satisfaction piece. And then labor savings and program simplification. So ultimately helping you do more with fewer products, less time for your staff. Really what we aim to do is have the right programs in place, the right procedures and training, and then the right training and service and expertise in place on site to help you have the right programs, procedures, and training. So a little bit more on the training. We offer digital training, again, targeted to help train your modern employee who we know like short spurts, anytime, anywhere of videos. So this is custom digital training for a variety of industries that we have available in multiple languages, accessible on any devices, but this can really help you build a more dependable operation with a team that's consistently prepared to do their job. So we talked about that labor crunch and how it's really challenging to have consistency there. This is a way for you to simplify training. We also will help show up on site to train and be able to provide some expertise, but this is a way that you can also train on demand when you want and where you want. This can also help improve your compliance with really critical cleaning procedures and then just promote a higher standard of clean and ultimately make things easier for your staff. That's the intention with this training paired with the right programs that we can provide to you. Then we also have a science certified program. So in addition to the programs that we have with different solutions, depending on where you need them in your operation, and in addition to the training that we have, we have this program, and it's a total comprehensive strategic approach in helping you deliver guest assurance. So it's targeted at helping you communicate to your guests what you're doing in your operation to actually create clean, see clean, believe clean, check clean. So it's really focused on those 4 steps. That creating clean is about the right programs, the right products, the right procedures. We don't want you to have more products than you need. We want you to have the ones that are effective, that help your team work most efficiently and get after the outcomes that you're looking for. And then that check clean piece really helps it uses a training platform that we have and includes an audit that your team is using the right products and the right procedures at the right times. And then that 3rd step, that See Clean, includes on-site collateral using the Ecolab and then the science certified logos in ways that help create a sense of confidence with your guests. So very specifically, that means we have on-site signage that will indicate to guests when they show up on your site that this is a site or a business that is grounded in scientific approaches and has those on-site audits and the right programs and the right training in place. And then finally, that last step in believing clean really leverages customer insights that we've gained over the last couple months. So including a really robust customer advertising campaign. So we do the advertising for you to help communicate what that Ecolab Science Certified logo and signage means. And that's really designed to help educate consumers about that new standard of clean and safe and what it means. I think this is really compelling. So we talked about that Ecolab Science Certified program and what it is, but these are the outcomes, and they directly tie back to labor efficiency and how this can help you with your labor. So we found here that having this Ecolab Science Certified program in place can help actually attract and retain talent. So we found that 78% of restaurant workers say an Ecolab Science Certified restaurant would be better to work at than one without. We saw similar results across other industries. This is just very restaurant specific. And then we also heard from the guests and what having this program in place means to guests. And then we looked at how this also helps drive business and how having this in place can help see increased visits and more repeat visits too. So that's an overview of Ecolab Science Certified, a little bit more about what we do, the programs that we offer. And ultimately, at the end of the day, here's really what sets us apart as your value-added partner. So we really bring an unmatched depth of expertise and resources to your team, no matter where you are in the country, no matter where your locations are, if they're across, like I said, counties or states, we're there for you. We will show up. We have people in place ready to support. We then apply those experts and have them be part of your team. And they are an extension of your team too. Our team is part of your team. And we really then adapt our service approach and our expertise to whatever you need, depending on your business goals, depending on your challenges. We are there to help make a custom program for you with the right programs, the right procedures, and the right training. And ultimately, we really want to help you work toward your outcomes. So whether that's working to achieve a more protected reputation, or building up your reputation, or helping you cut costs, or helping you with your labor, whether it's attracting that talent, retaining that talent, helping them operate more efficiently. So this is really what Ecolab does, high level, though we did take a bit of a deep dive into some of our programs and solutions. But I want you to understand and take away that Ecolab is there for you to create custom solutions that work for your business. There's not a one size fits all approach here. But all of our solutions are meant to help you achieve everything that we talked about when it comes to those challenges: labor efficiency, rising costs, and protected reputations, food safety challenges. We're there to help it make it easier for you. So with that, we do have time for questions. I know this was about 20 minutes of content, and we do have some time. I have two QR codes here. If many of you, I assume, have your phones next to you. So one is a place to learn more about our solutions. It's kind of what I walked through, where you can see more about what we do, more broadly speaking. And then you can also connect with me on LinkedIn. So two resources here, and I'll pause for just a few seconds to see if there are any questions. Feel free to unmute, or you can put your questions in the chat too. Okay, I don't see any questions quite yet. And maybe there are none. Maybe it was so straightforward and everyone is enjoying their lunch. Perfect. And Lauren, none that were sent to just you.
No, none that were sent to just me.
Perfect. Great. Well, I know there are no questions in the chat, and no one came off mute, which is totally fine. Please feel free to follow up with me if you have questions. You can send me an email or you can connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm here to help support whatever questions you have. And thank you very much for your time, and enjoy the rest of your morning or your afternoon, depending on where you are. And thank you very much, Lauren, for the time.
Thank you so much, Anna. This is excellent content. We really do appreciate it. Again, this webinar was recorded, and along with the presentation deck will appear on our website early this evening. You'll be able to find that at community.franchise.org. Thank you very much again to Anna and the Ecolab team. And again, thank you to everyone for tuning in. Have a great rest of your day and stay safe and healthy. Bye.
Thanks, Lauren. Bye.